Why do dumb people not realize they're dumb? There is someone out there right now, explaining something with total confidence. Eye contact, firm voice, zero hesitation, and they are completely spectacularly wrong. The scary part? It's not that they're wrong. It's that they genuinely cannot tell. And here is the part that's going to make you uncomfortable. According to psychology, there is a very real chance that person is sometimes you. Before you close this tab and go touch grass, hear me out. By the end of this video, I'll show you one specific moment in your life that reveals exactly where you fall on this scale. This phenomenon has a name. It's called the Dunning-Kruger Effect. And once you understand it, you'll see it everywhere. In your boss, in your friends, in your uncle who watched one documentary and is now an expert on everything, and almost certainly in yourself. Part 1, the experiment, and what they found, honestly should have been front-page news. In 1999, psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger ran a series of tests on Cornell students. They tested 3 skills: logical reasoning, grammar, and the ability to identify what is actually funny. Which, sidebar, imagine being in that study. Congratulations. You don't know what humor is. That's not a grade, that's a personal attack. After the tests, they asked each student one question. How do you think you performed compared to everyone else? Here is what they found. The lowest performers, the bottom 12%, believed they were in the top 62%. That's a 50-point overestimation. That's not a rounding error. That's a whole different reality. Meanwhile, the people who actually did the best, they thought they were just average. So the less you know, the more confident you are. And the more you know, the more you question yourself. There is a word for this, a paradox. There is also another word, deeply inconvenient. Part 2, the double burden. Dunning called this the double burden, and the second part is the one nobody talks about. David Dunning described it as the double burden of incompetence. 1, you lack the skill. 2, and this is the kicker, you also lack the ability to recognize that you lack the skill. In other words, you're doing it wrong, and you have no idea. Real-world example. Someone who's been going to the gym for 2 weeks, watched a few YouTube videos, and is now walking up to someone with 5 years of experience to correct their form. Not because they're arrogant, because they genuinely believe they're helping. They can't see what they don't know yet. It's like trying to proofread a document in a language you don't speak. You'd hand it back and go, looks good to me. And it's full of errors. That's the trap. And the trap has no warning label. Part 3, the science behind it. Part 3 is where things get genuinely uncomfortable. Fair warning. In psychology, there is a concept called metacognition. It means the ability to think about your own thinking. Not just I think this. But wait, how good is my thinking, actually? Skilled people tend to ask, where could I be wrong here? Less skilled people don't ask that question. Not because they're lazy, but because they don't know they need to. And here is the part that really stings. Metacognition is itself a skill. If you haven't developed it, you're basically running software that never gets updated. Your Windows Vista, confidently running in 2026. No patches, no bug fixes, just vibing, completely certain everything is fine. Part 4, your brain is gaslighting you. On top of all that, there is another layer. Your brain doesn't want you to feel incompetent. It's not being mean. It's actually trying to help. 2 cognitive biases are running in the background at all times. First, overconfidence bias. Your brain defaults to "you're probably right," because if you second-guessed every single decision, you would be paralyzed. You would stand in a grocery store for 4 hours trying to pick a pasta brand. Second, confirmation bias. You naturally seek out information that agrees with you and tune out what challenges you. Your brain is basically your own personal algorithm, showing you only content that confirms what you already believe. The result, the more wrong you are, the more evidence you find that you're right. It's a sealed loop. And from the inside, it feels like clarity. Part 5, the flip side, imposter syndrome. Now here is where it gets interesting. This same effect explains the exact opposite. Why do genuinely competent people constantly doubt themselves? Because they can see the full picture, the complexity, the nuance, the 47 things they still don't fully understand. So they think, I'm probably not qualified enough for this. Meanwhile, someone who just discovered the topic last Tuesday is ready to write a book. This is imposter syndrome, and the irony is almost poetic. People who know very little, 100% confident. People who know a lot, I really hope nobody asks me a follow-up question. The universe really said, let me make this as annoying as possible. And then it did. Part 6, look in the mirror. So here is the real question. When you were watching this video, who came to mind first? If it was someone else, you might want to sit with that for a second. But if you're feeling a little uncomfortable right now, if you're quietly asking yourself, wait, has this been me? In what situations? That's good. That discomfort is the beginning of self-awareness. The problem was never that you're wrong. The problem is not having the tools to realize it. And the moment you start asking, where am I wrong, is the moment you start moving off that peak of false confidence. One last thing. If you watched this entire video and thought, yeah, I already knew all this, doesn't apply to me, I have some news for you. Drop a comment below. Which part of this video hit the closest to home? No judgment. We're all somewhere on this curve. If this made you think, hit like, it helps more people find it. And subscribe if you want more videos that take real psychology and make it actually useful for your everyday life. See you in the next one.